Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulihil kareem. Amma ba'd, fa'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear Hujjaj Ikram, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Once again, we're getting very close to the time that we are about to embark on this blessed journey of Hajj Baitullah. Some of you are going there for the very first time in your lives, and this must be a very exciting experience for you. And with that comes all the anxiety also. And the reason for this orientation video, especially for the Hujjaj who are out of town, who are not in Houston, and generally for everyone, this is designed to give you an idea as to what are you going to be facing, what needs to be done, and how to prepare yourself for departure, and what are you going to face when you arrive there. Alhamdulillah, each and every one of you is an experienced traveler. You have all traveled all over the world, so it's probably not going to be such a big deal for you, but still, for those of you who have never traveled to Saudi Arabia, and for those of you who have not performed Umrah before or Hajj before, it can get a little bit overwhelming, and for that reason you should listen to this, you should watch this orientation video, and you should watch it for at least 2 or 3 different times, so that the information that I'm about to provide you soaks in, and you would not feel as overwhelmed as normally people do when they go to a journey like this without any preparations. First and foremost time, let me congratulate you. We, as a matter of fact, are a few of the most lucky people on this earth that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has chosen for us to step on that blessed land of Hijaz and to walk in the streets of Medina and Mecca, and to perform the obligation of Hajj. Not only that, but to perform it with the best of our abilities, and to make sure that the time, the money, and the effort that we are putting into this results into best of our ability into a accepted Hajj Baitullah, inshallah. First and most important thing, when you receive your passports, please kindly be very careful with your passports. Normally, you don't have to worry too much about your passports and the condition of the passports when you travel to Pakistan, India, or wherever you want to go during vacations and all that stuff. But for Hajj Baitullah, there are so much documentation needed that this passport is going to be completely covered by stickers and pictures and all kinds of alien things that you are not accustomed of. So for that, you need to be very, very careful. Your passport would look something like this when it will arrive into your hands. First of all, every one of your passports will have your picture in the front of your passport. Do not remove that picture. You will have stickers on the back of the passport, barcodes and stickers. Do not remove those stickers. For those of you, every one of you will have a paper attached to the last page of the passport. It will be stapled. Okay, do not remove that. This is your meningitis shot record. If this is not in your passport, the airline is not going to allow you to get on the flight. For the sisters who are traveling with their mahrams, there will be, on the next page, there will be another page which is going to be stapled to the passport, which is going to be your marriage certificate to prove that you are going with the mahram. For the children who are traveling with us, they will have their birth certificate attached to it to establish the mahram parameters of the Hujjaj. Very important. Every single thing in this passport has to stay intact. You receive it, you kiss it, you look at it, you thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, perform 2 rakat nafal, give some sadaqah, and then this passport needs to be put down and not to be played with. do not, please do not remove anything from this passport. That is only going to create problems for you. So I would strongly recommend for you to stay with this passport. Keep this passport as intact as possible. Remember, this passport is going to be taken away from you when you arrive in Medina. And the way that we are going to recognize your passport amongst the thousands and thousands of the other passports is going to be the stickers, Adam Travel stickers, Mustaqeem sticker, pictures, and all that, barcodes and stuff. Very important that you keep every single thing intact. Do not remove any piece of paper from the passport. Make sure that you keep it as safe as possible. Inshallah, we are going to be departing, inshallah, on the 11th of August. There are a few of you who are going to depart on the 10th, but I don't think any of the Hujjaj from out of the eastern part are departing. So let's start from the preparations for departure. Number one, before you depart, make sure that you have 7 copies of your passports and your visa. So when I say 7 copies, that means 7 copies of the front page of the passport that has the data page of the passport, the front data page. You have to have 7 copies of that. Also, you should have the 7 copies of the Hajj visa that is installed in your passport, right here. So 7 copies of your front page of your passport, which is called the data page, which is the first page in the American passport with the picture of the Hujjaj and all that. And then the 7 copies of your visa. Also, I would strongly recommend that you take pictures of your passport and the visa on your smartphone so that you would have that in your phone also. Also, email these pictures to yourself so you will have the pictures of the copy of your passport, the picture of the copy of your visa emailed to you also, so you will have that in your inboxes. So in case, may God forbid, if something happens, that you have the copies of that. If you are a green card holder, make sure that you make copies of your green card and keep it with you all the time also. Once you receive those passports, the ones who are green card holders, please kindly take the green cards out of the passport and keep it to yourself. Once you turn in the passport to the Medina airport, make sure that your green card is taken away from the passport and you keep that green card in your possession all the time. It's very important. The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia asks for your passports. They cannot ask for your green card. If they're none of their business, green card is very important documentation. You should always keep it on yourself, and it has to be in a safe place. Before you leave, make sure all your luggages are intact. We will provide you with the luggage tags. Make sure all your luggage tags, every one of the luggage, including your hand carry, should have a tag. Every one of the Hujjaj will be given a luggage tag. Three luggage tags that should go on every piece of your luggage. Just because you have 3 luggage tags does not mean that you should take 3 pieces of luggage. Lighter you carry, lighter the luggage you have to carry for yourself, better is it going to be for you. A person going by himself, one person should not have more than 1 suitcase and one carry-on. Because while we are traveling, and yes, there will be porters available to pick up your luggage for you. Lighter you pack, lesser you have, better is it for you. So every Haji can carry 2 suitcases and 1 carry-on. But I would strongly recommend, if you do not need that much, please don't carry it with you. The reason behind it is because more luggage you have, more time you're going to spend catering to that luggage. Better is it going to be for you if you have just 1 luggage, 1 suitcase and 1 carry-on. Also, remember, every one of your luggage has to be tagged by Sirat Mustaqeem Hajj Group luggage tag that is provided to you. You will also make sure before you leave for the airport that you have your passport and 2 copies of your itinerary that I've already sent you. 2 copies of your itinerary should be on you all the time. One should be with the passport, the other one should be safely tucked in your hand carry. The reason why you put your copy of your itinerary in your hand carry is because your hand carry is going to stay with you wherever you go except Mina. So if you have that, in case if you have lost your itinerary, then you will have an extra copy. Make sure, I will be very prepared for all of you. No problem. I will be very prepared for you guys. But I want you to prepare yourself for this journey also. So you take all the necessary measures and precautions before you leave home to make sure that you, as an educated and a smart traveler, would have every single thing intact and every I's dot and every T's crossed, so that when you arrive there in Saudi Arabia, you don't have any problems. The reason why I'm asking you for the 7 copies of your passport and visa is that every hotel that you stay, they will ask for a copy of the passport and visa. When you go out to get yourself to telephone SIMs, they will ask you for the copy of your visa and passport. It's very important that you carry with you. Give a little sadaqah before you leave. For those of you who have daughters, please make sure that you visit them before you leave. It's the sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allah Rasul always used to visit Sayyidah Fatima before he would go for any travels. So it's a sunnah of Rasul. If you don't have a daughter like me, I don't have a daughter, so your sister would suffice. Your mothers are alive, your parents are alive. Please do see them. Please do ask for forgiveness from everyone for whatever you've done, for whatever wrong that you might have done. Travel light. And when I say travel light only does not mean the luggage, but travel light means travel light of your obligations also. Before you leave for the for the airport, perform 2 rakat nafil. This is also a sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Whenever he would go for travel, he would leave home by performing 2 rakat of the nafil. Every one of you should have in possession of 1 credit card. The most desired credit card in Saudi Arabia is MasterCard or Visa. MasterCard is the most desired card over there. Most of the vendors, pretty much all of the vendors would take MasterCard and Visa, and pretty much all the ATM machines will also take MasterCard and Visa. American Express, even though it's the best card that I believe it is, but it's not very acceptable to a lot of vendors over there, so I would say at least 1 credit card. Make sure that you have the customer service number of the credit card safe in your phone. Make sure you have a copy of your credit card front and back in your phone, so in case, may God forbid, if you lose the credit card, you can call the customer service right away and cancel that credit card. When you leave, before you leave, the checklist that you should make is always should have your passport and your itineraries on it. Most of the Hajis ask me a question, how much money is enough? And I always tell them, aside from the shoppings that you need to do, which I don't recommend, but whatever, if you have $1,000 on your pocket, this should be more than enough. You'll bring back home some money, inshallah. The currency should be in $100 bills, and it should be all new or crisp bills. Remember, older damaged bills, they would refuse to exchange over there. So go to your bank, make sure that whatever currency you're taking with you, they should be in the shape of hundreds or 50s. Hundreds are more desirable, but hundreds or 50, they should be crisp, they should be as new as possible. So $1,000 per person should suffice, and inshallah, if you're not planning to shop, well, you probably bring some back also. When you arrive to the airport, make sure that you arrive to the airport 4 hours before the departure. This year, the ticketing situation is horrendous. A couple of years back, there used to be 3 airlines that used to be they used to cater to Hajj from America: the Qatar, Emirates, and Turkish. Since they're having some problems with Qatar, they're having some domestic problems over there. Qatar Airline no longer takes Hajj for the last 2 years. So Emirates pretty much has their monopoly. And because of that, they're pretty much doing whatever they want to do. And that's why, remember, every Hajj flight is booked 120% of the capacity. If you do not arrive on time, if you do not arrive at least 4 hours before the departure time, You are playing Russian roulette with your reservation. Once they tell you they cannot take you, and yes, they can, because there are some regulations. They want you to be 2 hours, at least 2 hours before departure time. If you arrive there within 2 hours, they can decline. They can tell you that they have given the seats to someone else, because the regulation is, for international flights, you have to be there 2 hours before the flight. I tell you 4 hours, because believe you me, it's always be safe than sorry. Once they bump you, once they give your seat to someone else, to get the next seat would be a nightmare. And that nightmare will prolong, because once you miss one flight, then the whole itinerary nullifies, because it's the block seatings. So if you miss one flight, every single flight on your travel reservation is going to be cancelled automatically. Then you have to be rebooked. They will charge you a horrendous amount of money to rebook, whatever the fare difference is, you're going to have to pay. And there is no guarantee that you will be able to get the seat on the next flight. So please do yourself a favor, especially the ones who are arriving to Houston from out of town. Make sure that you arrive on a day before. Make sure that you have plenty of time. Make sure you make your reservations. Make sure you make your arrangements that you arrive at the airport 4 hours prior to the flight. So when you stand in the line, you will be, in the front of the line. You will have no problem. Once you arrive to the ticketing, make sure that your ticketing counter, make sure that your luggage is booked all the way to Medina Munawwara. Number one, make sure that you have 2 boarding cards from Houston to Dubai, or from Chicago, wherever you're going from, to Dubai, and from Dubai to Medina Munawwara. They will give you the boarding passes right then and there. Once you get your boarding pass, proceed to the gates. For those of you who are departing from Houston, I would like you to come see me first, say hello, so I can tick mark and say, okay, you have arrived. I will be there, inshallah, all of these, and I will make sure that every one of you gets the boarding passes and all that stuff. That's my job, inshallah. I will try to do whatever I can to help you and support you into this process. Once you get your boarding card, you say hello to me, I know that you are there, I've tick marked you and you arrived, and boom, you proceed to the security, and then you get to the gates. Once you get to the gates, then you have all the time in the world till departure to just relax, enjoy, do your wird, pray your shukranas, pray your asr, pray your maghrib there, all the good stuff. Make sure that you have, everything. I don't think you will have a chance to pray maghrib there, because the flight is at 7:55 and the maghrib time starts at about 8:25. So we'll all be praying, inshallah, our maghrib during our flight. But you'll have a chance to pray asr there and all that stuff. Stay at the gate. Remember this. The reason why I'm emphasizing that it happened once, a few years back, that one person was detained because there is going to be custom agents and border patrol agents right on the gate, and sometimes they randomly pick you up and they ask you how much money you have and all that stuff, and that has nothing to do with you or I or anybody else. They randomly pick people, they ask you. Sometimes they let you go, sometimes they stop you. Sometimes they want you to show you all the money that you have and all that stuff. And to keeping that in mind, for those reasons, arrive at the gate earlier, so stand in line earlier to get on board the aircraft, so that if they stop you and it takes 10-15 minutes, that you are not in danger of losing your flight. Make sure that every Haji should have less than $10,000. Okay, it's a law that if you are carrying the currencies, not only US dollars, any kind of currency that you have on it, that should not exceed $10,000 per person. That does not mean that you should carry $10,000, but if you have some kind of notion to take that much money with you, which I don't recommend, then make sure that you definitely declare that you have over $10,000. This is a law and you should follow the law. Very important. Please, please, please do not put on 2 suits and high heels and all that stuff. It's a 16-hour flight. It's a long flight. Probably all of them have experienced this long flight before. So I don't have to tell you this, but I'm just saying, put on something very comfortable. Sometimes it gets a little nippier and chillier. So you want to carry a sweatshirt or what have you, just for the sake of, precautions, that's fine. Put on something very comfortable. Make sure you have a pair of flip-flops in your bag, so in your hand carry, so you do that while you're in the flight. You can use those. Also, make sure that they have this collar, flight collars. You can buy from Walmart for like $15. It's a pillow. It's a neck pillow, which is like a horseshoe shape that goes around your neck. Very comfortable. You should get one of those. That will help you a lot. For those of you like me who use prescription medications, make sure that all your medications should be in your hand carry. Especially the prescription medications that you take, make sure that they should be in the prescription bottle that has your name on it. Especially the ones who use high power pain pills or stuff like that, hydrocodones and stuff. You just want to avoid any kind of problems. So if you're using those high power medications, then they should be in the prescription bottle with your name on it and your doctor's name on it, just for the sake of precautions, so that you don't have to go through any problems while you're there. Once you arrive in Dubai, most of us do not have a stay going in Dubai, going in for Hajj. So you will be there at 7:15 or 5 in the evening, and our next flight is going to be at 1:15. So there's only 4 to 5 hours in the middle. We'll stay in the airport. Make sure that you eat something at the airport. Just enjoy the way. Airport's a big airport. A lot of things to do over there. You can shop and all that stuff. If you want to pray and all that stuff, whatever you want to do. Alhamdulillah, we got ourselves the earlier flight, most of us. So we are going to be leaving at 1:15. We will arrive, inshallah, in Medina Munawwara at 3 o'clock in the morning. So that now, alhamdulillah, we got about 12 to 14 extra hours in Medina than we're supposed to get. Some of you are departing on the 10th of August. They will have a stay in Dubai. So once you leave the aircraft, you should get to the STPC counter. Ask one of the representatives out there. The STPC counter, automatically there is a STPC that is issued in your name. That's part of the ticket. They will take you to the hotel. They will give you the hotel coupons over there. You have to go through immigration, then go to the lounge. The hotel staff will pick you up and take you to the hotel. Once you arrive at the hotel, take a shower, do whatever you need to do. Meals are also included. And then 2 hours prior to the departure for the flight from Medina next day, you should be at the gate. That means that you tell the hotel staff that you need the shuttle at least 3.5 to 4 hours prior to the flight. So you have plenty of time. All get together, make sure you stay together, and then make sure that you arrive back to the airport and board the flight to Medina Munawwara. Every one of the Hajjaj is going to be issued with an ID. Please make sure that you keep your ID. We will give you a lanyard also. Keep your ID and your lanyard on your neck while you're traveling. Not only that is beneficial for you, but it's also beneficial to the other Hajjaj. They will be able to figure out, you're part of the group, and you get together, and it's going to be much easier for you. So, not particularly during the flight, because it's uncomfortable and you leave the plane. But while you are in Dubai, in the transit, you are in the airport, make sure, and when you arrive in Medina Munawwara, make sure that you have your ID around your neck. Once we arrive to the Medina Munawwara, inshallah Aziz, I will be the first person to get his immigration done. So whosoever is the first person in the line from my group, I will switch with them and I'll get my immigration done. I have 5 volunteers with me, alhamdulillah. Bilal Khurshid, Muhammad Azim, another Muhammad Azim, Faisal Ayub, and one more, Basil. They have all volunteered that they will help me out, inshallah, and Umar Yarkhan. These are all the Hujjaj. They've all volunteered. Inshallah, I will keep them with me. Once I got the immigration done, they will be we will all be standing outside. We will receive all the Hujjaj. One person will collect all the Hujjaj together. 4 of us are going to go downstairs to the carousel where we will pick up all the luggage. If you see a tag of Mustaqeem Hajj group, whether it's your suitcase or not, pick it up. Pick it up because it's your brother's, it's your sister's suitcase. We'll all put suitcases together, so not all of you, all of us have to stand in the clear. So we will work as a team, we will work as a group. And remember this, we are one group, we are one family. We'll help each other out. A couple of the volunteers can go and fetch as many trolleys as possible. Trolleys is a hot commodity over there at the Medina airport. So sometimes people don't get, every person does not get a trolley each. In that case, help your brother out. If you have one suitcase, put their suitcase on top of it. We'll all work together. We will collect all the luggage together after the immigration, and then we'll go through customs. Customs over there is very simple. You have to put your luggage on top of the conveyor belt. It passes through the security check, and you receive it on the side. That's it. They don't open unless they find something which is alarming, and then they open it. Otherwise, they do not bother you with the luggage. Once again, will be the first one to get the customs done. As soon as I got the customs done, I will stand on the other side and I will reel everybody in. You will find me constantly counting, head counting. The reason why I do that is I don't want to leave anyone outside. We will start our customs when every one of you will tell me, yes, you got all your luggages. If there's a single luggage missing, I'm going to find that luggage for you. We'll all stay together. Remember, throughout this Hajj, we will all stay together. The bottom line is we will all stay together. Every single thing that we need to do, we'll do it together. Once we are together, it's much easier for me to manage. If everybody scatters, then it would be a nightmare and someone would be left behind, and you don't want to be the one to be left behind with other 3 million people. I'm a human being, so remember this. You stay with me, your job is to stay with me. If I would make sure that every one of you stays with me, then nothing will ever get done. It is your job to stay with me, to find me and to stay with me, and I'll make sure that every spot that I am, I'm going to be there, and I'm going to make sure that I'm going to be accessible to you. Stay with me. Please, please, please do not run around. When you are in the airport, if you use the bathroom, make sure you make a buddy. Everyone should have a buddy system. And then you tell your buddy that I'm going to the bathroom. Tell Brother Atif I'm going to the bathroom. So when I'm counting and I'm looking and I'm seeing and I can't find you, that would be a problem. So if your buddy knows where your bathroom, somebody will tell me, okay, Sister Yasmin is in the bathroom. I would know about it. If you just leave, not tell anyone, then I will catch somebody's missing, but where that person is, it would be a nightmare. And one person would delay proceedings for every one of us. So make sure, please, 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 stay with me. Your responsibility to stay with me. If you're going to the bathroom, make sure you tell someone that you're going to the bathroom so we know that you're back. Okay? I will constantly count. Once we got the custom done, we'll go outside. The Adam staff will meet us over there. They will pick up all the luggages. They will put it in the bus. We'll board on the bus. All the passports will be taken away from us, and we are going to proceed to Medina Munawwara. It is 15 minutes drive from the airport. So inshallah, the Economy Plus is going to be staying in Nuzul, Royal Nuzul, and the VIP will be staying with the Lataiba. Both these hotels are very close to the Haram. Once you arrive to the hotel, my staff's going to give me the keys. I will distribute the room keys, and you all go to your rooms. I will stay downstairs to make sure that you've all gone to your room. And then I'll still stay downstairs for another half an hour or so, because somebody will be coming down, looking for me, because there will be some problems. Biggest problem that you will receive over there is that your key is not working. Room key. No big deal. Don't have to find me for it. Just come downstairs, go to the counter, tell the receptionist to make you another key, and they'll make you another key. No problem at all. Very seldom is that all the keys don't work. If that's the case, no problem. Just go downstairs. And this time of the Hajj, remember, they're not as efficient as you are accustomed of being in the United States of America. So be very tolerant to them, and don't get angry. Even if it's a stupid thing like the keys doesn't work, no big deal. They will make you the key. Just remember, you're in the state of Hajj. You are in Medina. I hope that each and every one of you have seen the video that I made, Etiquettes of Medina. And remember, when you're in the house of Nabi, when you're in the city of Nabi, then you should be very thankful to the people who took our Nabi Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and who loved our Nabi Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Every one of the resident of Medina is our Muhsin. Remember that. They took Allah's Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and they took care of it. For that, we are eternal in debt with them. Be kind to them. Be polite to them. be nice to them, you know, give them your business, give them your smile, say salam to them, thank them when you're there, because those are the people who are the hosts of Allah's Rasul. And we can never, ever thank them enough for what they did to our Nabi Pak. So be very kind to, very nice to people. Sometimes in a quad room you're only going to find 3 beds. It happens. Like once again, they're not as efficient as we are used to custom of other service in America. No big deal. I'll be downstairs. Let me know, well, if we only have 3, I'll get the 4th bed in right away. No problem at all. Once you get there, you get situated. You know, remember, every night in Medina after 10 o'clock, after dinner, we will have a meeting in the Lataiba in the restaurant. Okay, I have already arranged, I've already told them that both my group, Economy Plus and VIP, both my groups will have the meetings right there in the Lataiba. Do not miss those meetings, please. Do not miss those meetings. Those meetings are very, very important. If you miss them, that means that you are not doing favor to yourself. Okay, in these meetings, Sheikh Atif and Sheikh Yasir Usmani will be teaching you about how to perform the Hajj, about the Umrah, importance of Medina, important etiquettes of Masjid Nabi, how to say salam and all this. Once you get situated, you can go for salam. The salam schedule will be right there in the hotel. We will tell you what ladies' times are, and inshallah, normally the ladies' time starts after Fajr and stays till 12 o'clock. Then after Zuhr to Asr is also ladies' time, and then after that, at midnight, there's also ladies' time in Masjid Nabi. Remember, in Masjid Nabi, gents and ladies are separated, just like every other masjid in the world, except the Haram, the Kaaba. Everywhere else, ladies and gentlemen are separated. Masjid Nabi from Nuzul and the Lataiba is about, from the Lataiba is about a 1.5 minute walk. You're right in front of the ladies' entrance. And from Nuzul, it's about 3.5 minutes. So it's not that big of a deal. You are not too far from where, you know. The prayer schedule will be right there. We will also going to give you email the prayer schedule from Makkah and Medina also before we depart. But right on the lobbies of the hotel, there is a prayer timings. Plus every hotel broadcasts the azan, so you will hear it. Try to be there in time. Leave a little earlier so that you can get the opportunity to pray inside the mosque of Rasulullah. There is a money exchanger right there, right next to Hardee's and KFC on the main boulevard, which is like a 30-40 seconds walk from the hotel. There's money exchange there. The exchange rate is 3.73 reals per dollar. Okay. There is pharmacy right in front of the Lataiba. You can't miss it. About a 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes walk from Nuzul. Right there. There's a pharmacy right there. Each and every one of you should have a quad band phone that you should take. Every iPhone, even if it's iPhone 4 or 5, old 5 phones, they're all quad band, which is perfect. If not, you can go to Harvin or any phone shop and you can get the quad band phones over there. They all should be unlocked, so you can put the SIM. The SIMs you can buy it from Medina. It'll be right there. You have no problems at all whatsoever. We will also try to bring the Mobley people inside the hotel, so they will be able to give you the service right there. But in that case, no problem. If I can't get you the guy over there, there are SIMs that are available outside, and there are Mobley and Sirat and all the other companies that are there. Their offices there, you can buy SIMs over there. They will ask you for your copy of the passport and copy of the visa. So when you arrive there, when you go for the SIM, make sure you have a copy of your passport and visa with you, and they will give you the SIM over there. Once you get your Saudi number, and I recommend each and every one of you should get one. It's a very little expense, and it will be an amazing service to you if you are lost or what have you. Very good service to you. So every one of you should have it. Don't look at 150 real. That's nothing. That's like $35-40. But then you have a peace of mind that you have to. Then it's your job, please, it's your job to make sure that you give me, Qari Yasir, and Sheikh Nisa'ul Haq your numbers there. So we should have it in our phones, and you should have my number, Sheikh Nisa'ul Haq, and Qari Yasir's numbers in your phones. So in case of an emergency, you can call us. Also on your ID cards, there's the emergency number for Adam Travels. that should also be there in case you. I also keep my American phone, this phone number that you are accustomed of calling me, open all the time. So you can text me, and only in the case of emergencies you can call me also, because it's a very expensive call. Mine is AT&T just charges horrendous amount of money per minute. Try not to call me on my phone. Pretty much everything can be done by the text. In case you cannot do it by text, yes, please call me. I also have the WhatsApp. I also have IMO. You should have WhatsApp and phone and IMO in your phones that you can communicate. Most of the hotel, all the hotels that we are going to be in, will have the Wi-Fi. You can get the Wi-Fi password from the counter, and your WhatsApp and your IMO will work over there. Sometimes the WhatsApp doesn't, but IMO definitely works all the time. So you should be downloading these two services: IMO, I as in India, M as in Mary, O as in Orange, or WhatsApp. Everyone has that. We will also have the WhatsApp group that we want to use over there also. So if you have an American phone, and everyone, if you have an American phone, I'm pretty sure, then make sure that you bring the phone with you. T-Mobile has the best kind of roaming package. If not, then you should buy a roaming package from AT&T or Verizon, whatever. It's beneficial for you. You should do that. So keep that in mind. Once you arrive in Medina, we are going to stay in Medina till the 4th of Zil-Hajjah, inshallah. And at the 4th of Zil-Hajjah, we are going to leave. We will have the notice board on every hotel, Nuzul and the Lataiba, and we will have a Sirat Mustaqeem notice on it every day. For the meetings, time of the meetings where they are, it should be posted right there. Qari Yasir and I myself and Qari and Sheikh Nisar al-Haq are responsible to install those, and we will install those notices every day to the night. Before we depart, I will leave a notice on the notice board. Also, I will put it in the WhatsApp group for all the Hajj to put your luggage outside your room door. Make sure that you take your luggage. Do not take it to the lobby. Just put it outside the door of your room, and my staff will collect it. That should be done no later than Fajr of the morning of the 4th of Zil-Hajjah. My staff will come. They'll pick up. They'll bring it down to the lobby, and they will load it in the bus before we depart. We will depart from Medina to Mecca in the state of Ihram. That state of Ihram, you should put on the Ihram, you should take a shower, put on the Ihram, and then do not do the Niyyah. We are going to leave the hotels and arrive at Zul Hulayfa, which is 20 minutes from Masjid Nabi. There's a masjid there called Bir Ali. We are going to be in that Bir Ali masjid. We are going to do the 2 rakat nafal over there and do the tawaf, to the Umrah intention of Tamattu. Pretty much all of us are going to do Tamattu except one or two who have decided to do Quran. If you have decided to do Quran, it's your choice also. But we are going to be in Ihram, but we are not going to do the Niyyah till we arrive at Bir Ali Masjid, which is 20 minutes from Masjid Nabi, and then we are going to go from do the Niyyah over there. Your shuyukh will help you into doing the Niyyah. If you are doing Hajj Badal, they will tell you what the Niyyah of Hajj Badal and so far and so forth. Make sure that you follow these. Now times people say, okay, we want to change the Ihram over there in Bir Ali. Don't do that. Bathrooms are not very clean there. So take advantage of your hotel bathroom. They will be clean. You take a shower over there, and then you put on your Ihram. Every one of you now knows how to put on the Ihram. Alhamdulillah. If you don't, I will teach you over there once again, also to make you comfortable about putting on the Ihram. Once you arrive at Bir Ali, we are going to do the Ihram, and then we will depart from Mecca. Alhamdulillah, I will put a lot of refreshments in. It's going to be about 7 to 8 hour drive from Medina to Mecca. I'm going to have all the refreshments and everything inside your buses, so you don't have to worry about if you want to mention something. Just a snack, enjoy the ride, take a nap, what have you. Our hotel in Mecca is Mecca Tower Hilton, which is Millennium Towers now. It used to be Mecca Tower Hilton, which is right in front of Haram. There isn't a hotel, including the Clock Tower Hotel. There isn't a single hotel in Mecca which is more closer to Haram than the Millennium Towers. It's an amazing location. All of us are going to be staying in Millennium, inshallah. VIP and economy both. I will issue the rooms, inshallah Aziz, and we proceed to our rooms. I would like to take you back a little bit. I want to remind you about the rooming situation. Please remember, you will be staying with your roommates. Unless you have paid for double occupancy for husband and wife, I think there are 2 couples who have paid for double occupancy. They will have their own private rooms. Every one of you are going to stay with that 4 or 5. Economy will be 5, VIP will be 4 people in a room. Be very mindful and courteous about your roommates. Remember, you're sharing that room with 4 other people. Everyone has to go for salat. Everyone has to use the washroom facilities, what have you. Everyone shares that room. Please, please, please be very considerate. If you go to Haram at night, it's your choice to go to Haram at night, no problem. Once you come back, make sure you don't turn all your lights on. Make sure you don't speak loudly on the phone. Others are sleeping. Be mindful of others' rest also. This is Hajj. And if you're not going to be respected, if you're not going to respect your roommates, then what kind of Hajj are you performing? So please, and I know that all of you are, alhamdulillah, very well educated and very kind, better Muslims than I am. This is just a brotherly reminder, a friendly reminder. Be very mindful to your roommates. Make sure that you do not occupy any more space than you should. Okay, that everyone has their own space to put their luggage and all that stuff. Every room is going to have a safe. All 4 of you deserve to use that space. All 4 of you. So make sure that all 4 of you would decide on one password to open that safe, so all 4 of you can put your valuables in there. If nobody else wants to use it, and if you just, then you can find a problem. But everyone has the same right on it as you do. Same thing with the bathrooms. Some people like to stay a long time. I'm in the bathroom. If you're by yourself in the room, if you want to take a long bathroom, fine. Otherwise, remember, others have to do wudu also. They have to use facilities also. They have to take showers also. Be kind, be mindful, and be polite. And so that, there is a harmony in the group. There is no animosity in the group, please. Once we arrive in Makkah, that will be 5th of Zil-Hajjah, inshallah. We're going to stay 5th, 6th, and 7th in Makkah. On 8th of Zil-Hajjah, early in the morning, we are going to depart for Mina. Once again, you will be well informed before you do. You will be given a Mina bag. You will only going to carry that Mina bag in Mina with you. No suitcases, no hand carries are allowed inside the Mina. They will take it from you, and then you'll be in trouble because you won't have anything there. They do not, during the tawaf, a small backpack, the one that I'll provide you, that's fine. But when you go for Rami and stuff, if you carry your luggages, any other than that, they will take it from you. They won't allow luggage inside. Once again, I won't allow a luggage to board on the bus. Now, I'm not being difficult. I've done it for 10 years. You have chosen me as your group leader, as your Amir. I know what needs to be done and what should not be done. It's one of the things that you should be doing. You should please kindly listen to me and do what I'm asking you to do. Remember, I will probably have about 80 plus of that to take care of. And if one person decides to be difficult, that is not fair to other 79. If I allow one person to take extra luggage, then I should allow every one of you to take extra luggage. That's not fair. And then there will be no place for you to walk around. Even in VIP, there is limited space. So please, 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 only the Mina bags. You don't need to carry a lot of weight. You don't need to. Really, trust me when I tell you this. You don't need to carry a lot of weight. It's just, because of the lack of experience, people like to take a lot of things with you. Every male Haji, 2 male Hajis should have 1 extra ihram between them. So make a buddy, okay? Like I know that Basil and Bilal are friends. So they should have 1 extra ihram between these 2. Because the only reason the ihram gets dirty, and especially the bottom part of the ihram gets dirty, not the top part, okay? And if that gets dirty, you will have an extra sheet to put on. Throw away the old one, put on there. We will give you 1 ihram when we arrive in Medina, but I would recommend you to buy an extra ihram. The shops are right under the hotel in Medina Munawwara. Remember, anything and everything that you need is going to be available there. What you pay $1 here in the United States, you will pay 25 cents there. So do not try to carry a lot of stuff with you from here. Anything and everything that you need, you get it over there. When we leave, inshallah, on the 8th of Zul-Hajjah to our tents in Mina, VIP is going to stay in Mumaiza tents, economy is going to stay in North American tents. Before you depart from Mina, do not forget to buy a sleeping bag from Bin Dawood that is on the bottom floor of Millennium Towers. Okay, it should cost you anywhere from 70 to 80 reals. Buy a cheap one, don't have to buy an expensive one, because you're going to be only using it for one night in Muzdalifah. And then I throw it away because it gets dirty and stuff. I don't want to carry it around. I throw it away. I would recommend it won't go in waste, because as soon as you leave Mina, a lot of poor people come in and they pick it up and then they, make a buck out of it. And it's okay. It's like a sadaqah. Once we arrive in Mina, we should be arriving Mina after Fajr of the 8th of Zul-Hajjah. We are going to pray 5 salats in Mina on the 8th. Zuhr, Asr, Maghrib and Isha of the 8th of Zul-Hajjah and Fajr of the 9th Zul-Hajjah, and then we are going to get on the buses and we are going to go to Arafat. The Economy Plus, we're going to have to wait in a line for the buses for the group together. Sheikh Khali Yasser will be with you and also there is going to be guides from Arab Travels that are going to be with you, inshallah. With VIP, the buses are going to pick you up from the tent. Inshallah, I'll be there, inshallah. Sheikh Salhat will be there with you, inshallah. There's no problems at all whatsoever. Once we arrive in Arafat, it should be no later than 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning. Waquf Arafat starts at the Zawal, which is right before the time of Zuhr. That's where the Waquf is. Before that, if you want to take a little nap, whatever, no problem. Once the Waquf Arafat time starts, do not waste your time. This is the time to ask Allah for whatever you came there for. This is the time where every single one of your dua is going to be accepted. This is the time when you will be able to ask for everything and anything in this world. This is the time that Allah, inshallah al-Aziz, will give you immunity from hellfire. If you want to spend this time sleeping or talking about worldly affairs, you are doing injustice to yourself only and only. With the curriculum that we have provided you, alhamdulillah, there is a whole booklet on the Sunans and Nawafils or the Arafah. Please use them. Spend your time in tasbih, spend your time in du'as, spend your time in asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for forgiveness. Spend your time in asking for your loved ones. Spend your time in praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and thanking Allah for allowing you to visit the plain of Arafat on the Yawm al-Arafah. Allah's Rasul said, Al-Hajj Arafat. That means the Hajj is Arafat. Once you are there, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will accept your Hajj, inshallah al-Aziz, inshallah al-Aziz. And remember, don't confuse your accepted Hajj with your du'as. Everyone's dua in Arafah is accepted, except the one who has any kind of doubt in their mind that their du'as are not accepted. Other than that, everybody's dua in Arafah is accepted. So please, 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 kindly don't waste your time in Arafah. We are going to stay in Arafah till Maghrib. At the time of Maghrib, we are not going to perform Maghrib in Arafah. But let me take you back. In the afternoon, there will be 2 prayers that we are going to pray in Arafah, which is Zuhr and Asr of the 9th of Zul-Hajjah. Sunnah of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam is that Allah's Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam performed one Hajj, and in that one Hajj, he combined Zuhr and Asr together. According to the Sharia of Imam Abu Hanifa, if you are not at Masjid al-Namra, then you should not combine two, that you should be praying both on their times. Either you want to follow that or you want to follow the other, your choice. There will be 2 salats, Zuhr and Asr together there. If you choose not to, that's your choice, no problem. Then at the time of Asr, there will be another salat for the Asr for those who did not combine two. But there should not be any sectarian nonsense over there. Do not try to teach the ones who are combining both that this is wrong. And ones who are doing it, please do not condemn the ones who are not doing it. That's not your job. There are different fiqhs, different faqihs have different hadiths. Do both ways are right, no matter what. Just do whatever. I personally myself, because I have read that Allah's Rasul did it, so I combine both prayers together. But nobody will look down on the people who do not. It's not my job or not anybody's job to look down on anyone. This is your Hajj. Allah will accept it no matter how you do it, inshallah. Once the Maghrib time, we will leave Arafat. We will not going to pray Maghrib in Arafat. We are going to leave Arafat. You are not allowed to pray Maghrib in Arafat. Allah's Rasul, when he arrived in Muzdalifah, that's where he combined the Isha, Maghrib and Isha together. No matter how late you arrive, 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock, no problem at all. Once you arrive in Muzdalifah, that's where you combine both prayers, inshallah. Muzdalifah is an open air night. Every year, I give you lunch boxes at the time of departure of Arafat. Every year I do that, alhamdulillah, and I'm planning to do it this year also. But you're responsible for the dinner in night of Muzdalifah yourself. So make sure that you have energy bars, and when you leave Arafah, you keep a couple of bottled waters with you for Muzdalifah, and you're well prepared. If you don't have anything to eat, don't worry. Over there is like one big family. People are pulling out their stuff, their candies and their energy bars and their knickknacks and snacks and whatever they have brought, and they will share with everybody. But every year, alhamdulillah, I give them the lunch bags, and they have different, goodies in there, an apple, some butter, some, milk, whatever. It's a nice bag. Once you arrive in Muzdalifah, we'll all get together, inshallah. We'll put the sleeping bags on. We're going to do Maghrib and Isha together, and then we'll sleep in Muzdalifah. And inshallah, we wake up at Fajr. We will perform Fajr over there, inshallah. We will wait till the sunrise. The most blessed time of Muzdalifah is when the Fajr starts till the sun appears. This is the time when Allah's Rasul made most of the du'as. He raised his hand to the point that his armpits were visible, and he prayed and he begged for Allah's mercy like he did it in Arafah. And Allah's Rasul said, I made 3 du'as in Arafah. 2 of them accepted right there in Arafah. The third one was accepted in Muzdalifah during the time between the Fajr Salat and in the sunrise. And Allah's Rasul said, I've seen Shaitan throwing dust on his head and doing the mat and beating himself up because my dua was accepted. So that is a very, very sacred time. Do not miss that time. Please, please, please. Both Imams are going to do the collective du'as also, but do your own du'as also, inshallah. Okay. Muzdalifah night is one of the most beautiful nights of Hajj. Wallahi ta'ala azim, do not be scared that you will be open air. It is such a blissful night. It's such a beautiful night. Wallahi ta'ala azim, you would never have experienced the kind of joy, the kind of love, and the kind of satisfaction sleeping on the ground on a sleeping bag that you experienced that you've gone into the 5-star hotels and done whatever you've done, and the best vacations you've ever been. It's the most beautiful night. Enjoy it, love it, cherish it, and just enjoy that. Please, please, help each other out. If anybody is on a wheelchair, help them out. It will be fun. Muzdalifah is very much fun. Once we leave after Fajr, the VIP buses are going to stay with the Hujjaj right next to them in Muzdalifah. The economy Hujjaj have to stay in line, and then they will get on the bus, all grouped together. We will get on the bus and we'll arrive in Mina. In Mina, I will have all of you guys have breakfast, and then Qari Yasir will lead you to the economy, to pelting the shaitan, the first Jumrah, which is on the 10th, and I will lead with Shaykh Hussain al-Haq with me to pelting the shaitan from the VIP tents. We are going to pelt the shaitan, inshallah, with these. As soon as we're done pelting the shaitan, my first job is to make sure that both groups, economy and VIP, arrives in Makkah, in Haram, so we can finish our Hajj by doing our first tawaf over there. So we will arrange for you to be picked up from your tents, go straight to, inshallah, this as far as VIP is concerned. Sometimes they block the road, so we have to walk through the tunnel to get to the area where we get our bus will be right there. We'll drop us over there at inshallah, at the Haram. That bus will come back, and I will pick the economy and bring him over there. Your hotel rooms in the Millennium Tower will be at your disposal over there also. I will make sure that all the zabihas are done after the pelting is done. So as soon as you're done pelting, Qari Yasir from the economy will call me and say that the 8K is done pelting, and I will call our zabiha guy, and I'll tell them that both our groups have done that. Alhamdulillah, our pelting, our rami, and then we are going. They will sacrifice our animals, and inshallah, all of these we will proceed. I would, once the animals are sacrificed, then we will arrive over there in Makkah Tower, inshallah, Millennium Towers, and inshallah Aziz, then we can use our rooms, we can take a shower. Before that, we will have to shave our heads, we'll get our head shaved, and inshallah Aziz, we are going to take off the haram, inshallah. Then we, on an agreed upon time, we'll all get together, hopefully at about midnight, we'll all get together downstairs in the pad of haram, and we are going to perform our big tawaf, the first tawaf of the Hajj. And then I will come back, I will have the buses, and buses will take us to, inshallah Aziz, to Mina back, inshallah. I completely forgot to mention the Umrah of Tamattu. So when we arrive in Mecca, we will be in state of Ihram, we will get our rooms issued, and then we will meet downstairs in the lobby, hold both groups together, and then we will do the Umrah of Tamattu on the 5th of Zilhajjah. Inshallah, we will have our head shaved, and we will get out the state of the Ihram. So I completely forgot that, but don't worry, inshallah, I won't forget when you get there, inshallah. Once we have the first tawaf of the Hajj done, and you are out of the Ihram, we'll go back to Mina, and on the 12th we're going to pelt shaitan. We're going to stay in the Mina on the day of 11th. I'm sorry. We are going to stay the whole day of 11th in Mina, and on the 12th in the morning we are going to do the breakfast, and then after Zawal we are going to do pelt the shaitan, and then we are going to come back to our hotel rooms in Makkah. So 12th evening, 13th and 14th we are going to stay. On the eve of 14th we are going to leave early in the morning on the 14th we are going to leave, inshallah, these for Jeddah. Our flight, there are two different flight schedules. One is at 10:45 in the morning, another one is at 8:45 in the evening. For those of you who are leaving at 8:45, going to stay there and then leave in an appropriate time, Qari Yasser will be leading that, and I will be taking the ones who are leaving at 10:45, and we are going to leave for Jeddah. At Jeddah, inshallah Aziz, we're going to take the flight for Dubai. In Dubai, the ones who are going to arrive at 2 o'clock in the afternoon in Dubai will have the hotel rooms and everything. We are going to go stay one night in Dubai, and then next day at 8:30 there is a flight for Houston. So you will be there, arrive back to the airport at 6:30 in the morning. Remember that. Do not be late. Okay. Inshallah, we will discuss that when we will be there, inshallah, and then respectfully we will come back to Houston. This is a total information about the Hajj. Once again, my number is 832-472-0309. 832-472-0309. Call me if you have any questions. If you have any questions, please call me. The next Hajj class we're going to have is going to be on the 5th of August in Darul Texas, right next to Cafe Hasmi in Sugar Land, Texas. And that will be the day when I will distribute, inshallah, your passports and stuff. I should be getting your passport no later than Friday, inshallah. Tomorrow I should be getting it. Not then Monday, definitely. I'll get those passports. Call me anytime, any questions that you have, feel free to call me. Remember, please go through your Hajj curriculum that we have provided you. Your Hajj books and your Hajj curriculum is the most important tool that you have. Get yourself educated about Hajj. Get yourself the knowledge of Hajj. Get yourself prepared for Hajj. More knowledgeable you are, better is it going to be. It is going to be for you. Inshallah, the ulamas are going to be with the group 24/7. They are going there for one and one reason only, is to serve you. I am going there for one reason only, to serve you, to make sure that every single question is answered. But we won't be able to help you if you don't ask. We would not know what you know and what you do not know if you do not come to the meetings. Come to the meetings. Take active part in Hajj. Remember, every single thing other than Hajj is ancillary. This is not important. The shoppings and the luggages and all, this is all not important. The important part is for what you came here for, and that is Hajj. That's the most important part. And if you are not spending most of your time in Hajj, preparing for Hajj, then you are cheating yourself. You're not cheating me, you're not cheating anyone, you're cheating yourself from the opportunity to get the most blessing out of this most blessed journey in the world. Remember, there are 1.8 billion people on this earth who call themselves Muslim and say La ilaha illallah. Out of that 1.8 billion people, maybe 3 million would be performing Hajj this year. Maybe. You are in fractions of the percentage of the people that Allah has been so merciful that have asked you to come and join Him at His home. Prepare yourself. Make the best out of the situation. Give yourself the opportunity to make the best out of the situation. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make it best for you, inshallah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make it profitable for you, inshallah. But you and only you can make sure that you have done whatever you could do. So please read this curriculum, the book that we have given you, at least 3 times. Twice here and 1 during the departure. So you should know exactly the fiqh of Hajj like the back of your hand. You should know what Hajj is. You should know. And if you are having problems understanding it, I want to see these books with markers and notes so that I know that you have done it. I know that you have taken advantage of it. I remember in Mecca, I once asked during the meeting, raise your hand, and the people who have read this book completely in entirety from page 1 to page last. And out of 90 people, there were 4 people who raised their hands and said we did. 86 people did not bother to read that book. 86 people. Can you imagine that? For all this hard work that I am trying to do, and I'm not doing any favors, you have selected and chosen me as well as Mustaqeem Hajj Group as a group. It's my job. I've worked very hard. Sister Huma has worked very hard to compile this book. Ulamas have authenticated this book. We have gone through this, alhamdulillah, again and again. The Muftiyans and the Ulamas have gone through this book and made sure that everything that it says in it is correct, it's accurate. Why won't you take advantage of that? If you do not take advantage of that book, if you do not ask questions, I would never be able to know. My ulamas would never be able to know what you know and what you don't know. And wallahi ta'ala azim, you're not cheating anyone but yourself. Please, please, please kindly be very vigilant. Be very mindful. And remember, this is your Hajj. This is your Hajj. This is your fard. If you just want to take a fard off your head, Allah will do it for you. If you're going there for a picnic, you will definitely have a picnic. But if you're going over there to understand the soul of Hajj and to enjoy the barakah of Hajj and make a difference in yours and my life, then please kindly prepare yourself for Hajj. Go with an open heart. Go as a student. Go as a musafir, a traveler. Go in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as a beggar, and Allah will fill your hearts and fill your lives with the barakah, inshallah, that Hajj will bring to you, inshallah. Remember, Allah said, the sign of Hajj Mabrur is that the person who goes for Hajj and comes back and not repeat the mistakes that he did before. Wallahi ta'ala azim, if you find that difference in your life when you come back from Hajj, that your life has changed and the mistakes that you and I have been making, if you do not make those mistakes anymore, then wallahi ta'ala azim, this is a sign of Hajj Mabrur. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala provide each and every one of you with Hajj Mabrur. May Allah accept each and every one of your dua. And may Allah give me the strength to serve you during this beautiful journey. Wallahi, there is no better honor in this earth that I would have than to take care of the Hujjaj of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Remember, you're not my Hujjaj, you're the Hujjaj of Allah subhanahu. And Allah is so blessful, Allah is so merciful that Allah has given me this opportunity to take care of you, to take care of your needs over there. And I will be there, inshallah, to do whatever I can. I will use whatever my resources are over there to make sure that this journey is comfortable for you. Remember, there are 2 ways you can do this Hajj. Your way or my way. Both ways are okay. If you want to do this Hajj your way, I'm not going to stop you from doing it. If you want to do Hajj my way, then wallahi join the group. We'll do all things together. In both ways, you have my support 100%. But remember, if you have decided to go to Haram, or if you have decided to go do things yourself, and if you are in trouble, in a pickle, I will come and get you. But remember, I have others to take care of first who stayed with me, and then come and get you. But inshallah, I would never abandon any of my Haji. I would never abandon any of my Haji. I have never done it, and I'll never do it. You know, Sister Yasmin Ahmed is a sister who went with me Hajj last year, and then she wrote down this beautiful column, sort of thing, an essay on her experience of Hajj. And he said, And she says that when she leaves home every day, there's a lake right by her home, and there's a duck that has like 8, 10 small ducklings, and the duck is always making sure that all the ducklings will pass across the road and they are safe. And Sister Yasmin said that duck reminds me of Brother Atif. He's always counting. He's always making sure all the ducklings are his Hajjaj. You are my honor. You are a pleasure. You are not an inconvenience for me. I do not have words to explain how lucky I am to be able to take care of the Hujjaj of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I'm blessed and I'm thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Remember, inshallah, we will have a great Hajj together. Inshallah, we will do everything together. Call me anytime you want. Any questions you have. I am at your service 24/7 from right now till the day we come back. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give me the strength to fulfill my promises. Mabruk to all of you. May Allah accept your Hajj. May Allah accept your du'as. Akhu da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Subhanallahi wa bihamdihi. Subhanallahi al-azim. Subhanallahi wa bihamdihi. Subhanallahi al-azim. Subhanallahi wa bihamdihi. Subhanallahi al-azim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.